Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for F1 Manager 2023, as we continue our run here with Alfa Romeo, trying to go from the worst team to being the best team. Similar to last year, but maybe slightly harder in some ways. We'll find out as we get through this. Although, I say slightly harder, we did come in second place in the last race. Let's go look at that. Yeah, there we go. There's Bottas right there in second place, looking really, really good. So if we can keep that kind of stuff up, that would be awesome. But up next, we do have Miami Gardens. I will say that as of the moment that I'm recording this, I do have the newest patch that's supposed to fix some stuff with kind of the research sliders and things like that. Supposedly, I'm not exactly sure how that works out. We'll take a look at that here in a little bit. Also, technically, we could switch teams at the end of the season, I think, something like that. So they added that little feature in as well. Plus, the starting expectations for Alfa Romeo are now 8th place instead of 7th, which, I mean, would have helped us last year because we did come in 8th at the end, but at the end of the day, it didn't actually really matter because our board was happy enough with us, so it didn't matter. All right, cool. Let's go and get into this. We're still doing obviously some manufacturing here, or actually some design here, manufacturing here. None of this is going to be done in time for the next race, so we'll just go ahead and get ahead to the next race. Let me go ahead and plug in some performance targets before I forget. Now that we think we might actually be able to reach some of these, to be perfectly honest. I'm going to say one driver hits top 12. I mean, I could say top 10 just because, you know, we're potentially going to hit Q3. You know what? Let's just double down. Let's go for it. Let's say that one guy hits Q3. So if he does, he'll get double the money there, basically. It's not impossible for us to get fastest lap because we did hold on to it I think it was last race for a little bit, but it's still a bit unlikely. So I'm not going to worry about that. I will say, though, that we can have one driver hit top 12 at least 5 times. I'm going to go ahead and just do 12 on this one, just to make it a little bit safer for us. But I think that looks good. Let's go ahead and continue. Got some scouting done. Don't know if we'll go for any of these guys, but, you know, doesn't hurt to scout them, I suppose. Enzo. I'm sure he was not named for any famous car people at all. All right. What was I looking at? That's what I was looking at. Miami Grand Prix prep's done. We're already ready to go. Let's go to the race weekend. Honestly, I feel like Miami's one that we've not done well on in the past, so I'm actually a little bit hesitant to believe that we're going to do well this time. Not that I think we're in a good place with the cars, and we're definitely getting better, obviously, as each design comes out, but I think there are going to be still certain tracks that are just not good for us, and this is going to be one of those, I think, because it's going to have a lot of long stretches, straightaways that we just don't have the top speed for. I think we're going to be okay on the more curvy tracks, but I think this particular track is going to be a bit rough. All right, let me go away, do practice and qualifying, and I will bring you guys back. All right, we're back. Qualifying was a little bit weird just because there was rain in every single session, so we really only ran one lap in each of the 3 sessions, but thankfully that one lap was enough. I want to say 5 laps here. I definitely ran 1 lap in Q1, definitely ran 1 lap in Q2. I think I ran like a practice lap while it was still inners in Q3, and then I ran one on the softs right as it dried up. So that would be 4 laps. I don't know why it says 5. So at most, I definitely ran 4 laps. Oh well, whatever. It doesn't matter. Unless it's counting the practice lap, whatever it's called, the out laps and the in laps is probably what it's doing. But like I said, we did all right. 6th place overall is not too bad. Piastri dead last, or not almost dead last, I should say. Very far down there, but that's okay. We haven't really put any new parts on his thing. He's still using old parts at the moment. And I think we're okay with that for the moment. Let's go check out the track real quick. Okay, so pit time is instantaneous. That's really good. Obviously that's wrong, but a little weird. Is this one at least right? No, this was not right. Apparently pit time is instantaneous, so we don't have to worry about pit time. I'm going to guess it's around 20 seconds like any of them, 20, 22, something like that. So I'm going to use that as part of my math. I mean, it's a pretty small gap between soft and mediums. I mean, relatively small compared to the medium hard gap. So I think if we can run soft and mediums, that would be ideal. More than likely, I have a feeling we're going to be running some hards, though, if I had to guess. Let's see if there's, first and foremost, let's see if there's any rain. No rain. Good. All right. So this one's got us on mediums and hards. Now, the good thing about mediums and hards is that we'd be able to push more, obviously. But I think something like this one would be what I was expecting to be a bit more of what we're looking for. Let's see here. Are we not getting as much information as we were before? Is something happened with the patch that kind of messed things up? Seems a little odd. All right, something like that maybe would be one of our strategies. And then maybe our next strategy that we would just test out would be something like that, I guess. And they both seem to have similar times. This one's an extra pit stop for only a 4-second increase, which is a bit crazy. Let me throw in one more here. What if we did something like soft, mediums? Can we do double mediums? We cannot. All right, what if we did soft, medium? What if we did soft, hard, then mediums? Or soft, hard, soft. That might not be a bad idea as well. Let's check this one first. And then we'll kind of judge based off of this. Should be able to run that middle stint pretty hard. In fact, we might be able to run all 3 stints pretty hard here. What we'd want to do is run the mediums and the softs as long as we can, something like that. So how are we looking here? This one's it's a 14-second difference, so that's a little bit better. Definitely. Maybe. Let's add one more. Let's just change this to soft, hard, softs and see what that does for us. It's slower. Okay. We may try this soft, medium, soft, hard, medium. I don't know. It's a little bit risky, and the reason it's risky is because it is only a 14-second difference to a single pit strategy. And you've got to figure that the pit stop's going to be at least 20 seconds. I just don't know that this is actually going to be that beneficial to us. Problem is we just really can't push this one that hard. We can only go a little bit of an aggressive strategy, not a full push strategy. But it still might just be better. I think we're going to go with this one. I just don't think the pit stop time is going to be... I mean, it's not 0 seconds. There's no way it's 0 seconds. So I think we're going to have to go with something like this and hope that that's going to work for us. Something like that. All right, we'll go with those. Single pits. We can always have the option of putting on some softs here at the end of, honestly, of either of them, if we feel like it becomes, you know, valuable. Like, for example, if we get a yellow flag or something like that, we can always put some different stuff on there. All right, I think that looks good, though. Let's go.
57 laps awaiting. And this is it. The Miami Grand Prix. And it's lights out. And away we
go. We'll watch a little bit of Bottas here just to kind of gauge how he's doing. Just stay close to these guys. Once we get DRS, we should be able to do all right then. There's actually quite a few DRS zones on this track. I mean, that's going to be the only saving grace of the long stretches with us having slower top speed. It's just being able to open up our DRS a little better than some of the other people. Of course, we got to get there first. Astrid really struggling back there. So I guess that's what we get for not putting any new parts on his car really at all. We need to drop off the speed, or drop off the pressure on the tires a bit here soon, but I wanted to wait till we burn through all of our DRS if at all possible. Keep us close here. Or at least let it go for the first 2 laps until we can get DRS activated. All right, then we have DRS. We'll wait till we get to the first DRS section, then we'll probably drop back off on the tires a bit here. There's our first DRS. I mean, if we can get past him, I might hold off. Okay, no, we're not. Nope. We'll drop down to aggressive with you. We'll drop down to aggressive with you. And we'll let you guys just play it out for now. I don't think we pushed too much. I think we're still going to be okay. Yeah, I mean, really at this point, just settling in. If we are going to do a single pit, then our ideal thing would be that these other guys do 2 pits and aren't able to catch back up just because there's not enough of a benefit from it. We'll find out. I suppose if we get into the first pit stop and it really is like a really short pit stop timing, anything under, 16 seconds, which I don't think there are any tracks that have it that fast, but what if there is? Because we'll see the timing once we actually do our first pit stop. Then we can always push his hard stint a bit further and hit him in on softs later. Oh, let me drop down to a bit of a top up here. Same for you. All right, we got past 1, so that's not bad. Although we are a little bit too far away from DRS at the moment, which is unfortunate. Hopefully we can get caught back up here in just a moment. Maybe, maybe not. No, it looks like they're just running away with it here. Wow, they're booking it. All right, I'll bring you guys back if anything exciting or crazy happens. Well, we did get a yellow flag, so safety car did come out. Unfortunately, it was too early. Like, we just got on our hards a few laps ago, and we can't get on softs this soon. So, unfortunately, Bottas is not going to be able to take advantage of this yellow flag. I mean, we could have gone for a set of softs and then done another pit later, but that just feels really bad. Now, everybody else did pit in for some long-term tires, so this safety car particularly is benefiting everybody else significantly more than it's benefiting us. I mean, in fact, it's not benefiting us at all. This is actually a bad thing for us, which is very unfortunate. We will, I mean, honestly, at this point, I mean, as sad as it is to say, we kind of have to hope for another safety car later to be able to put on some softs and just maybe burn out this last little bit. But it is what it is. We know our hards will make it to the end. So, I mean, basically nobody, unless something crazy happens, nobody's probably going to be pitting until the, for the rest of the race. And they just have better tread than us. We did pit Piastri. He's still in 14th at the moment. I don't know if he'll be able to keep that or not. But yeah, it's really Bottas is the big story here. 10% less tire wear is going to be bad, honestly. I mean, it's not like if it was like 20%, something like that, maybe it would be significantly worse. 10% is manageable, but still not great, right? All right, we're going to go ahead and just full on attack here. Safety car starting to take off. Good thing is we can run fuel the rest of the race. We can run our tires pretty hard the rest of the race as well. So it should be okay. We'll see how this goes. Actually watch Bottas for a little bit here for his first couple laps here. I mean, if Piastri can stay where he's at, I'd be happy with the top 15 finish for him. I don't know if that's really going to be possible. I mean, he can't run his mediums very hard. He did come in for pit for his mediums sooner than I would have liked, but it still just felt like the right move for that. I suppose worst case, I could have waited a couple laps with the safety car and then pit later in the safety car, but that feels bad, right? Like, and I'm like in last place, even though I might have better tires, it still just doesn't feel good. So I think we made the right decision. It's just an unlucky decision, I think. You can break away from signs here. That would be really nice. Man. Number 1, Perez there, is extremely fast Already almost 2 seconds over his own driver, Verstappen here. Who obviously has a fast car too, right? He's obviously a good driver. That's just crazy. Is he on mediums though? Oh, he's on mediums versus hards. That's all it is probably. Unfortunately, I'm starting to lose a second off of Verstappen, so we are going to probably get passed here by Sainz. Now, the good thing about getting passed by Sainz is we can leech off of his DRS, kind of get behind him. I guess I'm going to keep pushing for a bit longer here. All right, let's go ahead and start topping up here. Same thing with you, start topping up. We'll definitely push the fuel. I mean, basically the entire rest of the race almost. Just got to keep an eye on the tires a bit here. I'm going to go ahead and drop you down to aggressive. I think that's going to be fine, just so I don't have to pay attention too much. You, however, we need to push as much as we possibly can here. We did break a second away from Sainz here, which is good. And we are in DRS of Verstappen, so that's not bad. If we can stay close to him, then he'll basically pull us away from the rest of the pack, right? We know he's a fast car. If we can stay in his DRS zone, then we'll get pulled along a bit. Although I think he's going to break free from us here pretty soon. But for as long as we can. Even if we can't stay with him the whole time, we can stay with him for a couple laps here. Then that's just going to stretch that gap there even more. Alright, let's go ahead and drop down to aggressive. Stay on a good trajectory with our hards. Looks like we're okay here. I think we're on a good trajectory even with this little bit of dip here at the end. If we have to, we can always put him on some sort of more conservative strategy towards the end. Bottas is staying close to Verstappen here. The longer we stay, like I said, the better. This is good so far. We're about to... Oh, he did stretch it there. I think we... No, we did not. He did just barely make it out before we got the cross the DRS signal here, or whatever, the little spot there that triggers the DRS. So we are out of his DRS. We stayed as long as we could, and it's unfortunate, but did get us a couple seconds ahead of the rest of the pack, which hopefully we can hold on with that. We'll see. Now we are still harvesting. Not harvesting, we're still topping off. So once we go back to more of a neutral, we'll get a little bit of a time back. But the big thing is just that, again, the tire tread. Their tire tread is just going to be better. Now our tire tread will pass the medium tire tread of Alonso, for example, but it's still, his tires are still going to be a little bit faster for just a little bit longer here. I mean, a third place finish would be absolutely outstanding, of course. Is this a real yellow flag or just a temporary? Yeah, okay, it's just like a sector yellow flag. Say if it's a real yellow flag, we are definitely coming in for stops then. We're going to burn that out towards the end for sure, but nope, it's okay. I mean, we're about to get to a point where I don't want to be in a yellow flag at all. We'll just burn it out as is, because honestly, we're fine where it is right now. We actually don't want a yellow flag anymore because we were able to hold on to the third, which is what I was worried about. I was afraid we weren't going to be able to hold on to third. It looks like we might be able to, and in that case, that's exactly where we want to be. So, I mean, the only other good thing would be if Piastri could get into points too, but I'm not really holding my breath about that one, right? Let me move up speed 4 for a little bit here, and we'll just kind of watch him for a bit. I'll probably keep you guys here for the end here, just because it's exciting to get on podium. We really are gapped away from the rest of the group, though. That feels really good. Verstappen really helped us out a lot. He really pulled us along big time. We might be able to get close to DRS again on Verstappen here. Verstappen's on hards, but again, a better tread than us, so I don't know that we can do much with that. Still okay being pretty aggressive with the tires. Obviously, fuel's still fine. We can probably go back to neutral now on ERS. Probably one more lap with Piastri on top up. All right, looks like Bottas is just on the edge of DRS. Did he get it? He did get it. Nice. Got back into DRS. That's awesome. I'll pull us along a little bit further, continue this gap a bit more. I mean, it's not impossible to think that we could pass for Verstappen towards the end here and get a second place finish, but I'm not really expecting that, I suppose. We know how good of a driver he is and how fast a car he has. Third place, third place is plenty. We don't need more than third place. Now, I'm not going to turn down more than third place, but you know, we'll play it out. If we can get a good final lap coming up here, then that'd be awesome. Honestly, while we're in his DRS, we're gonna go back to a balanced metallic. No, we need to burn off weight. If we get under 1 kilogram, we might pull that off, or slow down a little bit, I guess. But we need to burn off weight at this point. It's more than just pushing the fuel. It's also weight management, right? I mean, we could probably go down to a standard on the tires, though. Just really watch this closely. If he starts to lose space, which he is. I think we're going to get one more DRS here, though, aren't we? Yeah, okay, as long as we get this DRS. Okay, it wasn't enough. Okay, that's fine. We'll go back to aggressive. I thought we could hold off a little bit, but we can't. And if we lose it a little bit, that's fine. We should be able to catch back up again here in a bit. It's also possible, right as I was slowing down the tires, Verstappen decided to push. So that discrepancy was too big. Laps left. 10 laps. 1.2 kilograms. Might almost make it to the end. We might be able to stay pretty heavy on the pushing here for most of the rest of the race. We'll be able to catch back up. We're going to get close. We might be able to. Tires look okay. Tires look okay on both of them. Piastri's got a pretty big gap behind him, and he's not going to catch the guys in front of him. So when he gets close to the end here, we're probably just going to slow down his aggressiveness on his tires just to make sure his tires last to the end. 13th place finish with Piastri. I can live with that. That's not bad. Top 15. I could be pretty happy with that. All right, we're back on his tail here. Would really like to slow down the tires, but I just don't think I think he'll start gapping us too much. I mean, the tires are going to be fine. I shouldn't stress it too much. It'll be hard, but the thing we want to do is probably either pass him here or stay really close here. Honestly, ideal situation would be to pass him here on this longest stretch, right? But that might be too late in the final lap to be able to get it pulled off, right? So we'll have to see how that's going to work. Man, this guy up here, he's so fast. It's insane. I mean, it's not that he's this much faster than us. I expect that. The fact that he's this much faster than his own partner is crazy. I really want to settle down on the... We'll go to point two, and then we'll settle down. Okay, there we go. We'll settle down a little bit, just until we get the last 3 laps here. Actually, going to go back to top up here while we're kind of sitting behind him. Just to make sure we have the most possible ERS we can have. Asher's going to be okay, I think. I mean, his tire's going to get a little bit low, maybe. But it should be okay. Oh, Bottas might pass him here. Not yet, buddy. Not yet. We're not ready yet. Right, there's 3 laps to go. Okay, let's start watching him now. I'm really not going to start pushing it until we get to about 2 laps. And even then, that's just to stay close. Alright, get back close again. I'm going to hold up on the fuel pushing just for a second. I do have to stay in DRS though. If we lose DRS, then I will be in a bad situation. Alright, let's go back to neutral. Stay close, stay close. Alright, there we go. Oh, sorry, buddy. Put you on balance, my friend. We'll put you back on neutral. You can stay on... It's a little risky. You're going to go a little bit below the line, but I don't think it's going to be bad enough that you're going to have any problems. Alright, 2 laps left. Still want to just stay close here. Just stay close. Oh, he is pushing it hard. Alright, there's DRS just in time. Alright, start pushing the fuel a bit more now. And let's go a little bit up deploy here. Just to stay close to him. Yeah, he's starting to stretch it a bit more. Alright, we're back on his tail for a second. Last lap, last lap. You gotta... It's like, when do we pull the trigger here, right? Gotta stay right on his tail. I don't want to pass him on this first one. I want to pass him on the second one, which may not be possible. He's really good. But we can go crazy on the tires. We can go... We're going to wait till we get past this first DRS and hope that we can stay close to him through the back curvy bit. Come on, stay right on his tail. Stay right on his tail. Okay, we're going to go full deploy. We're going to go full push. And we're going to go full CAC. I assume he's going to be able to stay ahead of us through the curvy bit. That's what I'm counting on. And then we'll be right on his tail coming into the next DRS. Come on, stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there on his tail. Right on his tail. That's good. That's good. Come on. Come on. Come on. Go, 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 go. This is it. Everything you got. Don't even battle assist. Just go full deploy. Go, 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 go. I think we waited too late, maybe, or he's just that fast. I think he's just that fast. He's just so fast. Most cars we can catch them in DRS. We could not catch him. It's fine. And I think if we'd pushed earlier, we might have gotten past him, but I think he would just got right past us. So I think we had to wait till that point to have a chance. It's possible if we push here and get past him here, we can hold him off. But I just think he's too fast. I don't think we could have. And just, I mean, it shows you right there. We are in DRS, he's not, and we're not gaining on him. So I don't think, I think either way it ends like this, and I still think I'm pretty happy with this.
What an excellent drive there from Valtteri Bottas.
That was good. Podium finish, guys. Podium finish. That's awesome. Did you run out of fuel? I just wasn't paying attention. Thought I toned you down enough that you had enough fuel, but I really wasn't watching you at all, to be perfectly honest. 15 points, though, guys. That's awesome. That is absolutely awesome. Top 7 driver. We are now in 15th place. We've actually passed Alpine now. And if we keep that kind of performance up, we will pass Aston Martin. I think Mercedes, Ferrari, and Red Bull are already just too far ahead of us for us to catch them. But if we can pass Aston Martin for 4th place, that would be amazing. That would be a huge improvement. Obviously, we're the fastest pit stop still. Not really even remotely worried about that one. Cool. That was a good race. Very happy with that. Very, very, very happy with that. Paid some driver bonuses. I will pay you 20,000 bucks for being third, buddy. Do that all day long. Cool. All right. Well, let's get to the second race here. Looks like we have some cars that have failed inspection. Looks like just a front wing. We do have new hours today, so let's go get this front wing replaced. That's good. Still just this first front wing. We got 11 days till the next race. We will have some parts coming in before then. That's good. As well as a couple research things, or design things, I should say. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, let's keep going, I guess. There is our design complete for our rear wing. Can't manufacture it just yet. There's our manufacturing for our underfloor, though. So, car 1, underfloor. Do you already have the good one? You already have the good one. So that was just extra. of the good one for you. So I think we're gonna leave it as this, like this though. Leave him with, because I want to make sure he has plenty of spares. Make sure the second car has plenty of spares. So we're gonna go with that. But the rear wing that we just got, yeah, we definitely want to craft a few of those. How many front wings we have? We got enough front wings at the moment. So big problem is that we don't have that many suspension. We've only got one of each suspension right now, which even though I really, really, really want to swap to manufacture those rear wings, I think we've got to manufacture the suspension. Let me check everything else. I mean, the chassis as well is a bit dangerous at the moment. Although, aren't we manufacturing some chassis? Yeah, so we got chassis coming in. So we're fine there. And side pods, so that's fine. Front wing's mostly okay for now. Again, we're not worried about the rear wing just yet. Side pods were okay. Underfloor, we're going to be fine, 100% fine. It's just the suspension. Let's go ahead and manufacture some more suspension. We haven't built any new ones. Or when do we have our design for our new ones? 7 days. Can we wait? I don't know if we can wait 7 days. I think we need to get at least one. Or do we? No, I think we wait. It's a gamble either way, but I think we wait. Which does mean we could get some rear wings done before this next race. It's a tough call. The fact that this is done in 1 day does give me another slot coming up here in a moment. So yeah, we'll do rear wings. We will do 3 of these for now. And be happy with that, I think. A big part of me wants to go ahead and, as soon as I can here in a bit, I mean, I can technically right now, but that would put me too low, get another factory. Does still appear to be our bottleneck, right? Oh, I do need to develop more stuff, don't I? Okay, so, front wing would be next. We just got some hours, right? So I think I want to put a bunch of hours into front wing. We're working on chassis. We're working on underfloor. We're working on suspension. So yeah, I think we'll go ahead and put hours into the front wing, and we'll go with that. And then the next hours we get might be going into research after that. All right, I mean, this is primarily going to be a thing that's going to be helping us with the downforce. So we're going to drop everything else down and really focus on the downforce stuff. Apparently we are top 3 on medium high and top 4 on low. So if we can bump up the low a little bit, that'd not be bad. Okay, guess that's not enough. But hopefully it still gains us a little bit. Now we'll go something like that. Just focus a little bit more on the low speed than anything. I mean, it's really getting us nothing on medium and practically nothing on high, but it's really putting that low speed in there. But the medium and high, I mean, the combination of medium's going to come from a little bit of the rear wing, a little bit of the chassis, things like that. The front wing, I'm focusing primarily on low speed. Rear wing, I'm focusing primarily on high speed, and then we'll balance it out from there. But so this is still good. Still a good part. A little bit less brake cooling, but honestly, that's a microscopic amount less. And our brake cooling's still very close to being top 10, so I'm happy with that. We got a good car. Honestly, this is not bad. I mean, dirty air tolerance at some point wouldn't be a bad thing to start working on. But for right now, I think this is going to be a pretty good part for us. We were not doing intense still, right? I think we're still doing normal. This is going to take 45 days. We can get it down to 35, maybe. Cannot, not yet at least. We'll go ahead and put 3 engineers on it though. Get it down as much as we can, and then we can add some more engineers as some of these other jobs finish. Speaking of which, there's our manufacturing for our side pods. Still waiting on the suspension here. Is there anything we want to manufacture in between now and then though? Not really. Because we're getting new front wings coming up soon. I think we're fine. I mean, I need another chassis, but again, we got this one coming up in 4 days. No, we're fine there too. I think we sit on this until this research gets done for the suspension coming up. Obviously, the board's pretty happy with us. We're getting some more development out of Piastri here. 2 more points in cornering. Awesome. Another point in adaptability. Got a point in smoothness for you, a point in overtaking, and 2 points in reactions. Can't go wrong with that. Ah, these numbers are looking really good. So yeah, we're just waiting on, which one is it? This one, 6 days for that one. And then we'll start working on suspension. Hey, more training. Good stuff. Let's get this figured out. All right. Obviously cumulative. Let's focus on, still continue to focus on pit stop errors. I mean, I think we're just about capped on everything. I was going to say the only thing that's left is car release. So we're going to say focus on car release probably, which should give us the maximum number of points for that. Why is it not? Oh, there we go. I just wasn't looking at the right thing. Why is it -1? Oh, because these are not focusing on the right things. It's just weird. I figured this would... I don't know why it's not changing stuff. We would want this to be on car release. Sorry, the wrong thing. I think now I can switch it, and I think it'll switch them all, maybe. No, it still doesn't. Huh. Okay. Guess I have to go through all these manually, which is annoying. Keep passing it because I'm like looking at something else for a moment. It gets up to 92. 93. Which in theory means that we can rest there. Let me rest for a moment. Let me plug in. What if I plug in some gym training? Are we getting any gains at all? We're not getting any gains at all. Which is fine. Then I guess it comes back to just car building then at that point. Start. Everything goes into car building. Because we are basically maxed on everything else. I mean, we're going to get a few more attribute, not attribute points. We're going to get a few more points on our main guy, which is going to bump this up above 93. So we'll have to kind of come in here and add a little bit as we go. But for now, this is fine. Sorry. Car building. Now that puts us just a smidge too far down. So we'll go rest here. And that looks pretty good. I guess car building here. I don't think we can fit another one in. We'll see. Cannot. All right, and then this one is right on the line. Looks like we are just above the line, so we're still good there. Cool. We're getting a little bit. I mean, it's not a lot, don't get me wrong. Car building is going to take some time, but we'll get there since that's basically all we've got left to focus on, other than, again, kind of syncing up some of these other ones as some of the stuff moves around. Gets us up to a +7 over here. And honestly, what we might start doing, I don't know, I have to think about it, but we might start, after this month, we might start just making sure that we're not even tired at all coming into the race. That way we're just practically 0 chance of mistake. Cool, we'll go with this. Save that. What is on the suspension? A lot of money. I could start a factory. Could start another factory. I mean, the thing is, though, once we get everything kind of settled as far as development, we're not going to need the factory that much more. Also do another car part test center, things like that. Might need to just save our money for like when some of these facilities get dip below that 80% mark, which some of them have. Never mind. I did not even notice. We definitely want to refurbish you, my friend. My apologies. And we'll refurbish you. Oh, I was going to refurbish. I was going to upgrade, wasn't I? Just because I was going to double dip here. Yeah, why not? We'll upgrade. I'll start upgrading the ones now that I'm remembering what the plan was. Tour center I'm okay with upgrading. Helipad was already fully upgraded. Memorabilia room, boardroom. Actually, we don't need these to be upgraded, do we? Because I don't really care too much about the team attractiveness and board confidence, because both of those will take care of themselves if we're successful in the races, right? We only really need the team attractiveness if we're trying to attract different drivers. But if our drivers are going to be fine, and our staff is going to be fine, and things like that, and we're winning, if we're winning, they're going to want to come here anyway, right? So I actually think maybe I did the right thing. Maybe skipping out on some of the upgrades. I think upgrading the weather center, when that comes back around, I'm okay with doing that. But some of these other ones, honestly, I mean, I'll do the tour center just because the weekly income, at least it gives us something. It's not great, and it's definitely nowhere near as good as the very first upgrade. But, you know, why not? But some of these other ones I think are okay. Morale, again, morale. If you're winning races, I would have to imagine the morale is going to be fine. So I think the only upgrades, the actual true upgrades, will be most likely in this category, because these are the ones that actually help our car become better. Or no, we already got the race assembly already up. Team hub would be one I would do, and I might do one level of scouting. Although honestly, we're at a point now where we just don't need the scouting anymore. We're happy with who we have. At least I am. So I don't know. I'm kind of going back and forth on this, to be perfectly honest. I don't want to run into the same mistake I did with the Williams run last year, where I upgraded literally everything and then ran into cost cap issues because I forgot that the maintenance was something that you had to pay for. All right, so that does get us our... Oh, no, it still doesn't get us our suspension. It's just a manufacturing done. Well, then let's check everything real quick. So we got 3 and 1. I mean, do I want to do another chassis down here? Are we doing another chassis research right now? We are, so we'll probably wait, because what will happen is I will give car number 2 these chassis once I build some new ones for Bottas. So yeah, no, I think he's fine with that chassis for now. Front wings we're still good on. Side pods, honestly, I'm okay with this as well. I mean, one more side pod for car 2 just to be safe wouldn't be the worst idea. Underfloors I'm definitely fine, and suspension again we're waiting. So do I do another side pod just to have one in the bank? Because we're not doing a side pod right now, and I don't know that we will. Yeah, I think we do one more side pod just to have one spare for him. Alternatively, I could also just go double side pods up here and put Piastri in a good side pod. That's probably smarter. Yep, I think that is smarter. Let's get one of these side pods, and then I can give him one of the better ones. So if I start manufacturing anything, it might just be more of those. If that is going to be our final design, which there's a good chance it will be. I need to check the cost cap again. I mean, we still have so much remaining. Wait, why are these numbers off? The patch broke something. Yeah, the patch broke something with the projected. Hopefully that fixes it itself at some point, but we need to look at this number. But it's still not going to be super accurate, unfortunately. I guess we need to look at this number and then take into account a little bit of this number, and maybe that's going to help us get close to where we're at. I think we're still fine, though, on cost cap. Hopefully we are. Okay, memorabilia room's done. All right, there's our design complete, our suspension. We definitely want to manufacture, though, and chassis. So, cars, development, manufacture. First and foremost, suspension for sure. And I'm actually just going to go ahead and go right into 4 of these. Because if we can put some, well, no. And the reason I say no is because I am going to do another suspension design. We'll start off with 2. And go with that. I do want to do another suspension design for sure. We've only done 2 of those. Yep. 3 of everything else, 2 of those. Well, one design. Two. We're on level 2. We're on version 2. No hours for this. That's okay. Obviously drop the lifespan, because why not? Pretty much. I mean, brake cooling and drag reduction are probably going to be a couple of things that we're going to be focusing on a lot with this one. Maybe even airflow a little bit. Less so on the downforce, although, I mean, obviously suspension are very important for downforce, but I think we're going to get most of that from our wings. So I think we're going to drop these down until... Like, if we don't drop a rank, then I think I'm okay with that, right? Because we're gaining ranks and everything else. So we're getting basically no high speed, but that's okay. We're getting a tiny bit of medium, tiny bit of low, so we're not going down at least. But we are gaining, a little bit of top speed, microscopic amount of acceleration, and a bunch more brake cooling just to kind of help us out with that. I think this is okay. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking in some ways. What if we went the other direction? What if we focused entirely on, let's see. So airflow helps with downforce. That makes sense. Drag reduction does not. So if we drop the drag reduction and just start FitMax, kind of putting some of these other sliders up a bit more. Can we gain any points in anything? We can gain a point in low speed cornering, which actually get a couple points if we really wanted to. I just don't know if that's really what we're... I don't know. Kind of go back and forth with this. Gaining a point in top speed would be nice if we can swing that. I think we're going to drop these all down and they'll be okay with this. I could probably drop the brake cooling a little bit because I don't need that much. Honestly, I just need to gain just gaining some is enough for me. And that should gain some more of these other points, right? So, yeah, I think I like this. I think I like this a lot better. Yeah, I think this is going to be an okay part. All right. We got it done in 37 days. We could potentially get it done for Spielberg. 37. I'm going to do 34 just to be safe. And then I'm going to go back to my, front wing. And see if I can put some more into here. We're at 31, right? So if we can get it down to 27 would be ideal. Yeah, there we go. That means we can at least get one out in time. So no, actually, maybe that's not the good move because there's no engineers available for that. Can we drop the underfloor at all? Underfloor is currently going to be out in time to Barcelona. 9 would still technically probably bring it out in time for Barcelona. I don't know. It's a tough call. I think we said 37 was enough for this one, so I think we're gonna go ahead and give that one 37 and just hope that that's enough. That way we can start something else. Are we gonna start research now? That's the big question. I don't know. A big part of me wants to do one more round of designs, but I think if we do a round of normal designs, a 4th round of normal designs, we get at least a little bit better, but don't break the bank. I think that's going to be the plan. It could end up being a very bad plan. We'll find out. Last year we did Intense, right? And it almost bit us in the rear end towards the end of the season. This year, we're just going to save ourselves a big chunk of money, still do that last design, but not do Intense. And I think that's going to be okay. Famous last words, right? We'll start with the rear wing. We're going to put any hours into anything else? That's a good question. If we're going to put hours back around through underfloor, rear wing, front wing, stuff like that. Honestly, the next round of hours might just go into research. So I think we do just do another rear wing, no hours. I think this is going to be okay. I mean, I really want to focus on boosting up our top speeds and stuff. DRS effectiveness, things like that. I mean, we're already really good on DRS effectiveness, though. So, honestly, I can drop that one pretty far down and still be good. Get a little bit more out of the top speed, right? And acceleration. I think we can drop some of these as well, unless they start losing values. Yeah, this is really going to help our top speed. This one's going to be focused on a lot on top speed. I mean, we're getting a whole kilometer per hour for our car number 2. Half a kilometer per hour with just this piece alone. Still getting a tiny bit of acceleration. Still getting DRS effectiveness. Still getting stuff across the board. Oh, this is great. This is actually a really good part. Gaining some dirty air tolerance. I mean, this number's the biggest one, right? But everything else is looking really good too. Yeah, I think this is going to be a really solid part for us. I think I'm happy with this. And again, normal. No engineers, that's fine. We'll circle back around later once we get some stuff done. Cool. I'm happy with that. Let's get to the race. There's a refurbishment for our helipad. Manufacturing for the rear wing. Good. So we can start on our chassis, right? I think that's what we had. Or was it underfloor? One of the two. So let's go look at our development. Yeah, chassis. Let's get 3 of these out, I suppose. Do we want 3? Well, we're not working another design just yet, so yeah, 3 is fine. Let's go check out the race. Make sure we set up the performance targets again. Now that we're actually reaching some of these. One driver hits Q2. Once we put some parts on Piastri's car, I think we'll plug him into being more likely to hit Q2 as well. But for now, we're just going to stick with just Bottas being there. Fastest laps up there, so we're definitely going to put this one in. I'm going to say we finished top 10. Do I go bold and say we finished top 8? Why not? It's only for one race. It's not. If it was this one, I'd probably be more conservative still. But since it's this one, I can be a little bit aggressive. I mean, honestly, top 6 is probably still good enough. But we'll go with this, see what that does for us. All right, let's make sure the cars have all the right parts set up. You are good. You are good. Nope, you are not good. So you're going on car 1 and you're going on car 2. Now you guys are good. This looks good. Underfloor looks good. And suspension, I don't think we got any done yet. Nope, we did not. So just need the suspension to last this one race, and then we'll have a couple coming out after that. To the race weekend.
Welcome along to it.
Looks like no rain. That's good. This time's still wrong, which is really weird. This is the ATA qualifying one where we're was it advanced tire or something? I don't remember what it was for, but something different with how we qualify. I think we start with hards, then do mediums, and then do softs in the final Q3. I think it is something like that. All right, let me go do practice and qualify, and I will be right back. All right, we're back for the race. Did pretty good in qualifying. Bottas qualified 4th overall. Piastri just barely missed Q3 actually. He qualified 11th, so pretty happy about all of that. Gonna be an interesting race. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see if we can keep up the good stuff that we're doing. Still a 0-second pit stop. I mean, our pit stop is just that good, guys. Compound performances. Really, actually, this is probably some of the smallest gaps that we've seen between soft, medium, and hards. So it's really, I don't know. Honestly, I think it's just really whichever we can push the most at this point. So let's go check it out. Anything I need to do with parts? Parts look okay. I say that. Yeah. I mean, it's possible Bottas's engine drops below 65% during the race. But honestly, I think I'm okay with that. I need to run it out. Probably I need another good race here. And it's not going to drop by that much. I think it's going to be okay. So we're going to run it one more race for sure. Really can't push with much with any of these strategies, honestly. Interestingly enough, these are 10 seconds faster. Really? That actually surprises me. Let me try a different one. Let me try like a soft, medium, soft, hard, medium kind of strategy here. Let's definitely push at least a little bit with all of them. Something like that. Can we push the middle one a little bit harder? Technically, I mean, we can't push it quite that hard maybe, but we might be able to kind of swing it a little bit if we just kind of adjust some of the other numbers a smidge. Something like that. So this is only 5 seconds faster than the single pit. Man, that's crazy. I'm worried that the pit stops... I don't know. I don't know how to read into this, you know? Obviously, we know the pit stops is longer than 0 seconds. And I'm going to guess it's around 20 seconds. This just does not feel like enough of a boost, really. It's crazy to say, but... maybe some of the changes they've made in the patch are changing how effective some of the pushing is. I mean, with something like this, maybe we could push either the medium stint. Let's see if we did that. We could get down to 3 seconds under, or alternate that and push the hard stint instead. We can actually get that even further down. Yeah, something like that. Go careful on the first one and then really push it on the hards towards the end. That looks like that might be about the best strategy we're going to get, honestly. All right, we'll go with it. Single pit. And then it still gives us the option to pit if there's a yellow card or something like that. Yellow card, yellow flag, safety car. I don't know why I always combine those two into a yellow car. I don't think the car is actually yellow all the time. Honestly, you guys are going to be far enough apart. I can run the exact same strategy with you. Yep, I think I'm 100% okay with that. So we will push the first lap for sure. We may have to stop pushing pretty quickly with this strategy, though. Part of me is tempted to overload the fuel. And the reason I'm tempted to overload the fuel is because I'm going to have to slow down on the tires a bit. And this will allow me to push the fuel a lot further while the tires are being kind of slowed down. It's a little crazy because honestly, the biggest bang for your buck is being aggressive on tires. Like that, you're going to get more value, I think, for per lap from that than you are from pushing the fuel. We're going to try it. It may be the biggest mistake that we've made, but I'm going to try it. I've done it before in F122, Manager 22, and it's worked. I think in real life, what you actually see more often is them under fueling to just reduce that weight off the line. And that would be an interesting strategy to run, where you just never push, you just under fuel, and then you'll eventually catch back up. Obviously 1.7 kilograms is a lot of fuel, so we're gonna have quite a bit here at the beginning. But let's watch a little bit of Bottas here at the beginning, see how he gets off this line here. Let me stay in there. It's looking okay so far. The Astry's up to 11. Nice. Come on, stay in there, stay in there. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Go, 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 go. Man, Verstappen, such a good car. Very little DRS on this track, so our advantage of having good DRS wings is not going to be very beneficial here. All right, I don't think we can push the tires anymore. We're going to go down to aggressive for a lap, and then we'll drop down to yellow. But we'll keep pushing the fuel as much as we can. Come on, just got to stay close until we get a little bit of DRS. I mean, I'd like to back off the tires, but I'm going to wait till we get at least one DRS zone before I back off the tires anymore. Piastri might not get close enough. We're close. Actually, Bottas might not stay close enough. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, he's not going to get it. No, no, so close. Very frustrating. Piastri too. All right, well, we can't keep pushing the tires, so it is what it is. We're just going to have to accept no DRS. We're going to get passed, which is just going to happen. I mean, there's nothing we can do about it. I suppose the good thing about being passed is that we'll be back in DRS again. I don't know, for whatever that's worth. Almost got there. I mean, if I'd pushed the tires instead of staying on aggressive, we could have definitely stayed close enough, but we can't just throw away our strategy just for one lap, I don't think. And it wouldn't hurt us that much, but I think this is fine still. We'll just settle in here. I'll be all right. I'm assuming these guys are on some pretty fast tires. Ah, they're all on mediums. You back here on softs, but just about everybody else is on mediums in this track. We're really starting to get off pace with Verstappen, though. There's an Alpine car. Wait, what? It's not Alpine. Does that not just say Haas on the back? Am I like... What? I'm confused. I don't understand. I'm watching Piastri. Oh my goodness. How did I click over to Piastri? I was so confused there. Because at the exact same time that Piastri got passed by Magnussen here, Bottas also got passed by Alpine, so I was just confused. I must have clicked it when I was messing around with his pace, and I just didn't notice. Oh my goodness. I'm going crazy, guys. I mean, I am going crazy, as you guys know, but wow. The fact that they happened at almost the exact same time, so it wasn't throwing me off from that perspective, was hilarious. All right, let me go ahead and run away, get this episode done here. I'll bring you guys back if anything crazy happens. Hopefully we can get back into top 3 area, but I kind of feel like this is going to be a track that we're going to struggle on, because again, with only one DRS zone, it's just, that's one of our strengths. So, all right, we'll be right back though. Well, we are back, and unfortunately, actually, we want to watch Bottas here. Unfortunately, we crashed. And by we crashed, I mean we were in 4th place coming in for the pit stop, and the game crashed. So the game just completely crashed out. And then when I replayed the race, because obviously I had to start over, when we got back to the same point, Ocon here in Alpine crashed into us. So my game crash caused us to have a real crash in the race itself, which has obviously put us way further behind than we would have been in the initial run through here, unfortunately. So it is what it is. Yeah, right now we're just trying to fight off Ocon, try to keep him off our tail a bit. If we can get 10th place, at least get a point, I mean, I guess that's salvaging something. But it's still very disappointing to have had crashed out there, right? I mean, it's just, we were doing so good. So it is what it is, right? I mean, I'm not gonna go back and redo the race until we get back to a spot that we were at before. That feels even more absurd. So we'll just accept it as it's one of those things and move on. All right, last lap. Let's go ahead and kick up to an attack. Let's go ahead and kick up to push, and let's go ahead and kick up to deploy. That's all good. I was gonna say, just gotta keep them off us during the ERS or DRS zone, I should say, and then we're fine. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put you on attack, push, and deploy as well, just to make sure nobody can catch up with us. A 13th place finish with Piastri would be fine. 10th place finish with Bottas is disappointing, but at least it's a point. So the other bad thing is that Bottas did not get a fast pit stop because he had to replace his front wing. So we are going to lose some points off the pit stop things, but Piastri, I think, should have still had the fastest one, so we're still going to be okay. It's unfortunate. And we weren't able to push our hards at all. Like, the whole plan was to push our hards on this side of things, and we just weren't. So really, really big negative for the race itself. Apparently, we almost caught Matt. I didn't think we were even close to him. Had I known we were that close to him, I might have pushed sooner. I genuinely didn't think we were going to be able to catch him. Well, there you go. We missed it by a couple 0.2 seconds, but Not the end of the world. Like I said, points is points. After a crash, I can be happy with that.
What an excellent drive there.
So just put us back behind Alpine, but I mean, like I said, the Alpine car is the one that crashed into us. So what are you going to do? We got sabotage. Again, we did get the fastest pit stop, so I'm not really stressed about that at all. Red Bull got a few more points than us, but really, again, not the big a deal. We've got such a big lead there. It's not going to matter. Man, we qualified pretty well too. Qualified 4th and finished 10th. Rough. And we lost those points, which, again, it's one of those things. I mean, I gambled a little bit, thought we could get top 8, and we should have. Honestly, we absolutely should have. Just can't predict the crashes. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put a cut in there. Episode got a little bit long. Apologize for that. Trying to keep them a little bit under an hour at least. But we did get 2 races in, and up next is Monaco. It's gonna be a tough race for us, I think. But we'll see how we can do. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.